Act 2 of The Stolen Heiress, or The Salamanca Doctor Outplotted, by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 2, Scene 1. Lucasia's chamber. Enter Lucasia and Lavinia.
Upon my life, cousin, I think my condition worse than yours, and yet you see I am not so much dejected.
Oh, what condition can equal mine, much less exceed it, to be obliged to break my vow, to part from my Palante, forced to the arms of a misshapen monster, whom nature made to vex the whole creation. Nor is his crooked body more deformed than is his soul. Ambition is his god. He seeks no heaven but interest, nor knows he how to value aught but gold. Ah, my dearest brother, hadst thou but lived, I'd been truly happy. But now I am doubly miserable in losing thee and my Palante.
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't afflict yourself at this rate, but study rather to avoid the ill, if you would counterplot my uncle. Dry up your eyes, and let the woman work. I warrant you may contrive some way to get rid of this lump of worm's meat. I don't fear giving my father the drop for all his care, yet though he made me ride post to town to meet the fool he has picked out for me, it shall cost me a fall if I don't marry the man I have a mind to. I shall see who's the best politician, my dad or I.
Thy courage gives fresh life and liberty to poor Lucasia's tired, restless soul. Such power have cheerful friends tease our sorrows. Oh, my Lavinia, may thy counsel prove prophetic. I'm going now, in this disguise, to meet my dear Palante. May no malignant star interpose to cross our mutual wishes. May thy designs successful prove, to fix thee ever in Francisco's arms.
And make Palante yours.
Scene the street. Sancho and Francisco meeting.
Don Sancho, your servant, who thought of seeing you at Palermo? I thought you had been at the University of Salamanca.
I came lately from thence.
Prithee, what brought you hither?
Why, that brings some men to the gallows. A wench.
What? I warrant you have got your bedmaker with child, and so are expelled the college.
That's a mistake.
What? Thou art not come hither to take physic? Ha!
No, not the physic you mean, but am going to enter into a course, that is, the course of matrimony.
Matrimony? With who, prithee?
Why, with Don Larish's daughter. Do you know her?
Francisco, aside.
Ha! Is this my rival? This was a lucky discovery. I know her, ay, very well, sir. I can assure you she's very handsome, and as witty as she's fair. Thou won't visit her in that dress, sure?
To choose, sir, 'tis an emblem of learning. Nay, I design my man shall carry a load of books along with me too, that she may see what he is master of, that is to be master of her.
Indeed, my friend, you'll never succeed upon those terms.
Sir, my master has such an itch to this foolish learning that he bestows more money yearly upon books than would build an hospital for all the courtesans in Italy.
No more, or you'll displease me, Tristram.
I can't help that, sir. Sir, will you believe me? I have spent 2 days in sorting poets from historians, and as many nights in placing the divines on their own chairs, I mean their shelves, then separating philosophers from those people that kill with a licence, cost me a whole day's labour. And though my master says learning is immortal, I find the sheets it is contained in save as much of mortality.
I hope my books are in good case, Tristram.
Yes, yes, sir, in as good case as the moths have left 'em.
Odd so, I had forgot. Get me Suarez Metaphysics, Tolle de Anima, and Granados Commentaries on Primum Secundae Tome Aquinatis.
How the devil does he do to remember all these authors' hard names? I dare swear he understands not a syllable of their writings. Sir, would not the famous history of Amédis de Gaul do as well?
Ay, better far, man. Harkee, Sancho, you are not at Salamanca now, amongst your square caps, but in Palermo, come up to see your mistress, the fair Lavinia, the glory of the city. Go and court her like a gentleman, without your tropes and figures, or all the physics, metaphysics, and metaphors will straight be made pitiful martyrs.
Martyrs, sir? Why, I thought...
Thyself an errant idiot, thy brain's more dull than a Dutch burgher's. Is this a dress fit for a gentleman to court his mistress in? Away, away! The lady you speak of, I can assure you, is too much a gallant to be taken with a band and a square cap. If you would succeed, you must throw off that pedant and assume the gentleman, learn the toss of the head, and know the principles of each man by the cock of his hat.
How's that, pray?
Oh, I'll teach you. If you be but willing to improve, I'll warrant you carry the lady.
But I am to be married to her as soon as I can see her, so my father told me, and that her father admired a scholar above all things.
I'll improve that hint. Ay, as I told you, a scholar that is read in men, not in books.
In men? What's that? In men? Tristram, what does he mean? What man is to be read? In men? I don't understand you, but you'll teach me, you say?
Ay, I'll give you a lesson upon that subject.
Very well, but what shall I do for clothes to dress like a gentleman?
If you please to step into my lodgings here, I'll equip you with a suit of mine till you can have one made, and there I'll teach you a little of the town breeding, and I warrant you'll succeed.
Come on, faith, I long to become thy scholar.
And I to make you an ass.
Exit. Enter Eugenio and his men.
What can this mean? For ere I come, the news is current of my death. Yet not 2 days since, I wrote and received letters from my father, and here the rumour goes, I have been dead this fortnight. I am resolved to know the grounds, if possible. Pedro, go get me some disguise, and for your life discover not who I am. I'll stay here at this inn till you return, and in the meantime think what method to pursue my project in.
Exit. Scene changes to the grove. Lucasia sola.
Methinks this silent solitary grove should strike a terror to such hearts as mine. But love has made me bold, the time has been. In such a place as this, I should have feared each shaking bough, and started at the wind, and trembled at the rushing of the leaves. My fancy would have framed 1,000 shapes, but now it seems a palace, delightful as the poet's fane, the Elysian fields. Here do I expect to meet my love, my faithful dear Palante. Why does he stay thus long? When last we parted, each hour he said would seem a year till we were met again, and yet I'm here before him. I'll rest a while, for come I know he will.
Goes and sits down. Enter Pallanti and Claremont.
This, Claremont, this is the happy place, where I shall meet the sum of all my joys, and be possessed of such a vast treasure as would enrich a monarch to receive. And thou, my friend, must give her to my arms.
'Tis my Pallante's voice.
Comes forward.
My life, my soul, what here before me? Still thou preventest me in the race of love, and makest all my endeavours poor in competition with thy large favours. But I forget, dearest, bid my friend here welcome. This is he whom I dare trust next my own heart with secrets.
I must admire him that loves Pallante. Friendship's the noble name. 'Tis love refined. 'Tis something more than love. 'Tis what I would shew to my Pallante.
It is indeed a beauty of the mind, a sacred name, in which so brightly shines that heavenly love that makes the immortal beings taste each other's joy. 'Tis the very cement of souls. Friendship's a sacred name, and he who truly knows the meaning of the word is worthy of estimation. No pains he'll spare, no difficulties start, but hazard all for the interest of his friend.
Now methinks I'm emperor of the world, with my inestimable wealth about me. To such a mistress, such a friend, what can be added more to make me happy? O thou darksome grove, that wont to be called the seat of melancholy and shelter for the discontented souls, sure thou'rt wronged. Thou seem'st to me a place of solace and content, a paradise that gives me more than courts could ever do. Blessed be then thy fair shades, let birds of music always chant it here. No croaking raven or ill-boding owl make here their baleful habitation. But mayest thou be a grove for love's fair queen to sport in, for under thy blessed shade two faithful lovers meet. Why is my Lucatia sad?
I know not, but I long to quit this place. My thoughts seem to divine of treachery, but whence I know not. No creature's conscious to our meeting here but Laura. I have always found her honest, and yet I would she did not know it.
'Tis only fear assaults thy tender mind. But come, my friend, let's to the cell adjoining to this grove, and there the priest shall make us one for ever.
Exeunt. Enter Lyric and Lavinia.
Come, set your face in order, for I expect young Sancho here immediately. He arrived in town last night, and sent me word, but now he'd be here in an instant.
But, sir...
Sir me no sirs, for I'm resolved you shall be married tonight.
Enter a servant.
Sir, here's a gentleman to wait on you, calls himself Don Sancho.
What so? Show him up. Now, you baggage, you shall see the pink of learning, one that can travel through the whole world in an afternoon, and sup in Palermo at night. Ah, you shall. You'll be as wise as the Sibyls in a month's time with such a husband, and will bring forth a race of politicians that shall set the world together by the ears, then patch it up again in the supping of a poached egg.
Enter Sancho and Tristram.
Save you, sir.
You don't think me damned, sir, that you bestow that salutation upon me?
By no means, sir. 'Tis only my way of expressing a hearty welcome.
Sir, your humble servant. Is this your fair daughter, sir?
Yes, sir.
She's very handsome, faith.
She's as heaven made her.
Then she should be naked. The tailor should have no hand in her. I suppose you know my business. Shall we be married instantly?
Won't tomorrow serve, sir? I would first hear a little of your proceedings in the university. Came you from Salamanca now, sir?
From Salamanca. What do you see in my face that should make you judge me such a coxcomb?
Your father writ me word that his son was to marry my daughter, was a scholar, wholly given up to books.
My father was an errant ass for his pains. I ne'er read a book in my life but what I was beat to, and those I forgot as soon as I left school. A scholar? He lies in his throat that told you so.
In my conscience, sir, you may believe him. I dare swear he never saw a book except a chronicle chained in his father's hall.
Hold your tongue, hussy. How now?
Sir, I understand a horse, a hawk, or hound as well as any man living. Nay, I understand men too. I know now that you are an old covetous hunks by the set of your hat now. But no matter for that, your daughter is the better fortune.
The fool has hit right upon my father. We shall have rare sport presently.
I have studied men, sir. I know each man's inward principle by his outside habit.
Does your profound knowledge reach to women too, sir?
You will be prating.
Look you, sir, observe the management of my hat now.
3 corners short pinch.
This is your bullying gamester.
What the devil have we here? 'Sdeath, this can never be Don Sancho's son.
This is indeed the pink of learning, sir. I shall be as wise as the Sibyls with such a husband.
Your beaux wear their hats.
Offering to put it on.
No, hold. Thus, sir.
Clapping it under his arm.
Your conceited wit thus.
Putting it on over the left eye.
And your travelled wit thus.
Over the right eye without a pinch.
Your country squire thus.
Putting it behind his wig. Lerich, aside.
I wonder how an ass wears it. I'm sure thou art one. I am amazed. This must be some trick, certainly.
What think you now, sir? Shall we get a race of politicians?
Aside.
In my conscience this falls out as well as I could wish. Oh, that I could but once see Francisco.
Hussy, hold your tongue, or...
Holds up his cane.
This may be some of your contrivance, for aught I know. This is a very great blockhead. Oons, I have good mind to add 1 fashion more to your hat, and knock it down to your crown.
Evermore, sir, when you see a man wear his hat thus...
Pulling it down on both sides.
He's a projector, sir, or a member of the Society for the Reformation of Manners. What think you of this, old gentleman? Is not this a greater knowledge than ever man attained to by books?
I admire that my old friend, knowing my aversion for these foolish fopperies, should breed his son to them, then write me word that he had made him a scholar, purposely because I was a lover of learning. Pray, sir, was you ever in Palermo before?
No, sir, but I like it very well now I am in't.
Lerich, aside.
I must be satisfied that you are Signor Sancho's son ere I shall like you for mine.
What think you of a glass of champagne, sir? If you'll go to the tavern, I'll give you a bottle of the best the house affords. What say you, old dad? And there we will consult about our marriage.
If you'll go to the tavern that joins to the piazza, I'll wait on you in 1/4 of an hour.
Sir, I shall wait your pleasure.
I took the hint to get rid of him. What shall I do to find the truth of this?
Exeunt. Enter a servant.
Sir, a scholar inquires for you.
A scholar? Admit him immediately.
Enter Francisco in Sancho's habit. Francisco, aside.
So I watched Sancho out. Now for my cue. If you be the venerable man to whom this goodly mansion is impropriated, I come to negotiate about authentic business.
This rather should be Don Sancho's son. His words and habit speak him most learned. I am the person. Pray, let me be bold to crave your name.
My appellation, or pronomen, as the Latins term it, is called Jeremy, but my cognomen, in our mother's tongue, is called Sancho.
Lavinia, aside.
Upon my life, this Francisco. Oh, for an opportunity to speak to him. I hope to heaven my father won't find out the cheat.
Aye, this is he. This is he. What, Don Sancho's son?
The nominals, the Thomists, and all of the sects of old and modern schoolmen do oblige me to pay to that gentleman filial duty.
I am glad to hear it with all my heart. I know the other must be an impostor, but I'm resolved to apprehend and punish him. Sir, you are welcome. I guess your business. My daughter is yours.
My business is about propagation, as the civil lawyers do learnedly paraphrase, is of concomitance or cohabitation, or what you please to term it.
How am I blessed that this wonderful scholar shall be matched into my family. Daughter, what say you now? Here's a husband for you now. Here's a husband for you.
Lavinia, aside.
Pray heaven you hold but in the mind till you have made him such.
Does he not speak like an oracle? Egad, I'll maintain it. He shall put down 10 universities and inns of courts in 20 syllables. Pray, sir, speak learnedly to my girl, for though I say it, she has a good capacity.
Most rubicund, styliferous, splendent lady, the ocular faculties by which the beams of love are darted into every soul or human essence, have conveyed into my breast the lustre of your beauty, and I can admire no other object.
Turning to Lyric.
Therefore pardon me, sir, if I only express myself in terms scholastic, and in metaphors my phrase to her.
Learned young man, how happy am I in thee!
Now do I long to see my father's back turned, that he might change his learned nonsense and talk more modern, to talk more wise. You may spare your rhetoric, sir, unless you come down to my understanding. But I know just enough of your meaning to tell you it does not suit with my inclination.
What don't suit with your inclination, forsooth?
Marriage, sir.
'Tis false, hussy. You have an inclination, and you shall have an inclination. Not an inclination, quoth the baggage. Sir, I say she's yours. Come into the next room. I'll have the settlement drawn immediately, and you shall be married tonight. Not an inclination.
Exit. End of Act 2.